Hello everyone. मैं again this time Saurabh Vaishya over here. Again I'm representing my company, build my project. I'm not well today, so I will be just I will concentrating and try to tell you all about all things. This lecture won't be that long, but this basically will be whatever the main important topics I have took till now in this Python. Okay. So before starting the lecture, like every time, I will just give you the short description about my company. Build my project. Way of automation is the name of my company, and way of automation. So the what we actually do in this company, that actually we build four type of things. Like we build industrial sector. We provide industrial projects on automation, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the most advanced. Can see the most advanced what technologies that whatever you are using today, and even the training sectors, yeah, where the person, the expert, those who are working on this industrial projects are the one those who are giving the training as well, because as they know what is the demand and actual demand of a company and how these companies require. So there is no difference, like people are coming from those are doing different thing and those are doing different training and sector industrial which are different. There is nothing like that. The experts, you always have an expert evaluation on that. The vision and the mission of this company is basically that we are here to provide the best, you can say, the quality product or in the training sectors, and as well as per industrial project, as we are moving future in automation. So this machine learning and artificial taking a major part in whatever we are learning or whatever the products are been making in this modern world. So we are basically, you can see that these are the clients those are we are working from. Reliance is one of the client, Infosys, Technova, and other clients also, such as college clients. We have a collaboration with them. Collaboration like IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, and other Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, VJTI, Somaya. If you can see, these are the one of the toppest college of India, and we have a collaboration with that also. We have school clients, not regular schools, but an international schools. So where we people can even get more greater educations or more level securities. So some of the projects we have made, some projects for the some of the company we made for Godrej company project, we made for Satyam, we made for Minda. Maybe you haven't heard some of the names, because these are the projects which we are dealing some of the companies which are on very high levels, and we make prototype for them. So these projects are not easily available just for the daily purpose. They require a high skills and very high profitable markets. Okay, so these are some of the, we can see where we have a presentation, or we can see we are famous for our exhibition jobs. So we can see some of the newspaper are displaying uh, some of the newspaper are displaying this about our company. It's from in many languages: English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, English. So from the start, from north from India to south of India, we have everywhere spread our exposition. So this is where it's not, the build my project is not in one company, it's in a very future area. What we basically, our domains are, you can say, actually work on that. We give workshops, we give school robotics, industrial project, kids training, internship, and FDP. Internship, we provide internship to our students of different days of internship, from 7 days internship to 2 months internship. We provide different type of internships. FDP, for that we don't pay train people from just for the engineering students or the school students. We also train people those are in corporate sector. They need to learn the higher technology. As you can know, the people require much higher technology, so they we teach them to. Okay, this was a short description about my company. And as I know, this is a really important part, that we deal with more than 50 technologies. You can see all the technology. You can pause this video, you can see. And we now give trainings. You can see the what we are actually focusing on, trying to give the lectures on the trending technologies, and one of them is a Python. Python is being very famous nowadays as in every sector for CS, IT, electronics, mechanical, even for the mechanical and even for the other branches also, because Python deals with various type of programmings and helps to connect all softwares to the Raspberry Pi or something with their actual project. So this was a very small description about my company and what we do. Okay, so first we will see what are actually we did in this throughout the Python. What is basically Python was. Now Python was nothing but an actual programming language. And what before learning Python, what is a programming language? Programming language is a language we require to communicate with a computer. As you know, you communicate with your friends, you communicate with your family members. What does it require? It requires some medium. And what does that medium means? Is that medium is nothing but your language itself. And as you go for the language, what this language you can, if you want to talk with your computer, what this basically computer do, he can't speak your language, so you need to speak his language. So some of the Python, so this language was made for computer language, though we learn and we try to type and we try to make him understand. So as every language has a verb, sentence, everything, just like this programming has many different sectors, just like variables, keywords, functions, object oriented. Those are nothing but actually how to learn the language, how it been used. So who was an inventor of this of Python? It was when Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. Okay, and he named this Python because when he was a kid, he used to love one of the circus, which was Monty's Python Royal Circus. And within that, Python came to his name to the language. It's just like he named his project which he loved, and he named after the something which he loved too, which was going to the circus, so he named this as in Python. So no big mystery about why he named Python. Okay, so this why the Python is being used, why this Python became a trending technology. Python is first of all is written in C language as well. But why is the reason the Python was invented? Though there are many other languages just like C. Moreover, the biggest language is you can see Java, which very helpful and very famous. But why do we require Python? Python is able to handle the data at a very high level and at a very large amount. Python really helps people or even programmer to handle the data or go with a very different types of hardware and software. With the help of Python, you can come across many different projects where it is being used very efficiently, not in just in a small sector but in a very large sector. Companies like Amazon and other companies, Alibaba, which are greater require a greater number of handle data, because as the data is really very large, they directly go with the consumer stuff and all, they require Python. And you can see the very others company or the startups, even they still require Python, because data handling is one of the biggest challenge in the world, because in every second we are creating milestones of data. If you want to measure data in a miles, you can, it's really thousands to crore miles, even tons, that much GBs of data, which is not even bearable within a day. So handling that much data, it requires that type of language which should be very easy and very protective and very different from the C language as well. So we created, say, so when Guido van Rossum created this Python, it's basically nothing but for handling data as well. Now what is best thing about the Python? Python is a scripted language. The best thing about it is very easy to learn. If you still don't know any other languages, if you start with Python itself, you will able to understand what Python is. If you know other languages, it will be more easy to understand Python, that's for sure. But if it's still not, you don't know and you new to this programming field, and still if you want to continue, you can still learn Python without learning C, and after that you can learn C. It will be simple, so no problem with learning Python and all. And here is comes variable. And the first thing about this variable is a storing house for different types of data. We can store a number of strings and both together also. Example, a equals to 1. A equals to 1, this is one type of data. B equals to 2, this is another type of data. A equals to 1 and 1 and 2, this is other type. A equals to A and B equals to 1, two different variable, a same type. This is not working for now. Okay, and if you are able to give A and B comma a comma 2, so it will be possible. So before I just give very small part of what is nothing but a variable, but let me tell you about more important thing. What is this Python? See, I have a different type of Python. I have Jupyter notebook, which also goes with Python. I have Anaconda prompt, Anaconda environment, which also go for the Python. I have Python 3.8 manuals, and I have a 3.7 manual. Latest version of Python is now in 2020 on a date 1st April, 1st April Wednesday 2020. It's 3.8, or maybe 3.8.1, but it won't be working as it is still in developing condition. The 3.8 isn't completed, so you can download that now, and it will run according to your setup. 3.8.1 is still developing, so if you still download that, it may work, but it's maybe not compatible with the softwares or other environment that we are actually working the Python on. So we need to see to that. And here's come. So here is a Python desktop app, and here is a Python 3.8 module doc, and this is ideally for Python. If you want to go what this Python is, basically how to download the Python, you can go on python.org, and you can download this Python 3.82, as it's now it's coming 3.8 version is available now, and this is really fine, which was 3.8, but is still it's developing condition. So try to download the Python which is very previous, just like 8.8, 3.8.1 or 3.77, 7.7. These are some of the try to do some, not the latest one, but from the few was 3 to 4 months before one, so which is actually compatible. So in that no further version updates are able to come, so it's not development, so it's complete package, so that will be compatible with other programmings as well, just like a Spider. If I was using Spider, it's compatible with Spider, and if it is using PyCharm, it's also compatible with PyCharm. I have both Spider and PyCharm as well. I have Jupyter. I use Anaconda prompt as well as PyCharm prompt. I don't mind to that, because when I need to do the frameworks, I use a PyCharm, and that's really compatible for frameworks, the MongoDB, or any other things which is dealing with the Python frameworks. That is one of the best you can get with the PyCharm. If you want to go with very hard programmings or really tough programmings where you can use a logic and all thing, so it is nothing but you can mostly go with the Spider as well, because it is really helpful to handle data, and it's really easy compared to any other desktop or any other IDE compared to. So what is this basically IDE? This is your homework. You can search for your internet. This is something you need to keep on doing it. Something I miss, you need to follow it yourself, because this is a way of learning. If I will spoon feed you, then there is no reason of learning Python as well. Okay, still I am discovering every day new thing in Python. Every even now when I am also expert in this Python, but still I am discovering everything new a day. Every time I get a new type of error, every time I new something I learn, and that's keep on doing it. I keep on doing that thing since I started Python, and still it's really exciting and really terrific also, because it has a so dynamic way that it cannot be end within a very short period of time. Okay, so we'll move further and let's see what this basically Python means. And as you can see, let's see, I try to open this desktop. Okay, I will close one desktop and I will use this one. And if this is called triple chevron, there's three lines, these three arrows are called nothing but triple chevron. I just tried invalid syntax, nothing, it's nothing like that. Okay, so if you want to try this, you can try. Example A, I've given one. If I give a semicolon, it's fine. If not, then it's also fine. I give space mostly because it's easy to understand. See, I get the value. If I don't give any semicolon or give a semicolon, that doesn't matter. This is really interesting to understand how it's gonna happen. So if you go further or if you go more deeper, you don't be using this prompt, or you can say this copyright help area where you require this. You require use Python. If you want to go to Python to a higher level, you have to use this Python IDE. You have to use, let's see what is this Python manual. This is the basically documentation of whatever the Python I'm using today. You can see every type of link. If you need to learn whatever, this is the best thing that you can learn. You won't get this from any other space or any other books you prefer for the Python. Even I won't able to teach you this much within time, because this is really vast. It really vast, even through the internet also. So we will be learning further. We will be learning about Python IDE. IDLE. In this Python IDE, it's nothing but it's a Python shell, and so you can create a new file. Okay, and you can write whatever you want to write within this program. Okay, so what I will try to do, you can see this is a simple program. I will save it as ss.py. You may write, it's a Python file, so it should be saved in .py format. And if I try to run this, I run the module with F5 and it will give me the value 3. So this is a way you can use any Python terminators or any Python skill as you want, and it will be still a great for you. Okay, so what this basically actually help you to how to learn that is, okay, so I will cut this. Now here we move forward for what is this PyCharm. Let's see this, what does this PyCharm do. Let's see how this PyCharm works. Okay, I didn't show you that in my regular lecture, but I think so showing it in a revision lecture, this is worth it. it won't take much math. Okay, sorry for the background disturbance as I'm at home and my whole family is at home as well, so I need to keep working with that sounds also. Okay, so this is a pie chart. So loading my project what I have created that time. This is close. This is a type you where I downloaded. I was trying for the numpy stuffs and all. I have many lectures I was using showing on that. So example, if I try a equals to 1, comma, equals to 2, print C. पप्पा चुप रहो. Since अरे पूछ के कैसे बोलते हो. Okay, is equal to C is equal to A plus can be. So let's try to run this program and you can see the value. I tried to finish. There is a big glitch. I need to change some settings. But this is what the PyCharm look like. Okay. And if you see over here, we will see we move further for this variables sector. Variables, rules for variables, that it can only be an only one word example. A B A not in a, there should not be space between that. This is wrong way, this is the right way. It can only use letters, numbers and underscores. AB underscore 1 is equal to 1, this is right, and AB hashtag 1 is equal, this is wrong. We can use only number underscore and AB to C, A to Z. Only those characters you can use. You are not allowed to use any at the rate, hashtag, plus sign or any other sign. This is not allowed. Hyphens are not allowed. Spaces are not allowed. It can't be used. Can be begin with a number. Special characters are not allowed. And this is we come across as we are discussing with variables, but not every word is available for our using purpose. Some of the words are totally already reserved by our Python itself. So what those reserved words are called, those are called keywords. Because for running Python we require something keywords which is functional. So in Python programming, keyword is a word that reserved by a program because the word has a special meaning. In Python 33 keywords are there. I have listed them one by one: add, and, assert, break, class, continue, def, del, elif, else, except, through, x, finally, for, from, global, if, import, in, is, lambda, false, not, or, pass, print, erase, return, try, while, with, yield, none. So if you want to learn this everything whatever you want, you can contact, you can comment on the comment box, and you can see where you can contact our company and the company, and we are starting with our actual exclusive Python lecture. So it will be more aggressive. As I told you before, it will be more interesting, or it will be having more number of examples, more number of days, more number of skills, and more number of topics too. So that will be an actual certificate, actual process certificate for you as well. So this will be that will be really helpful for you, because you're gonna learn Python with as a basic level, but as well as advanced level too, but with this time with the practice as well. And here we'll be solving your doubt online also, and next time you will be having your laptop as well with you. So whatever I will be doing, you will be typing that on your laptop as well. Okay, so next time I won't be writing this anything, I will be already written in notes as well, so no require you to do that work. Okay, so things to remember: variable names are case sensitive. Okay, good variables is a good variable which show the data stored in it. Literals, you can say string literals, welcome to Python. Numeric literals and boolean literals, both are listed. We saw the what those numeric literals are meant. There is a one more type of literal, list literals. These are important literals. Okay, these are literal. A list literal is created with a symbol and separating with the values with a comma. A list with a simply yes, this is a list. This is nothing but an empty list. It can create and expand, reduce. It has an index. Okay, list A B C D E. I have to name it or number it. This follow the index based numbering. 1 0, this is indexing, how we name it. There are one more thing is it is tuple literals. Tuples are defined by enclosing the elements in. This is called an empty tuples. Okay, it is used in a curly braces, and you can see list which is in square bracket, and another is a curly braces. Tuples are immutable. Tuples it can be combined by any data including the other tuples. The tuples elements have tuple does not have to be same type. It can assign values already existing elements. Tuple 1 2 3 4 5. Dictionary literals. Dictionary literal is created by a key value list with constants of Python. No constants, there is no constant in constants of Python. You also need to know this thing, because every information that is it there or not, that's also important. Otherwise you may come across some confusions or unwanted example in future, where you come across in a different thing, see things from different programming, but you may be there or maybe not there in other language. This is also really important. Okay, so data types, this is data types are very famous. Actually you can say the most important thing why this data type is nothing but to store data types. In future, when if you are using Python, mostly we will be dealing with a large number of data, but there are forms how to need to store data, and with the help of those forms you can store data in a different form and use those data in a different way as well. So from within that, every value in a Python has a data type. Since everything is an object in a Python programming, data types are actually classes and variables are intents. So there are two type of data types. One is a simple data type, another is a compound data type. Int, float, complex, bool, string, it comes into simple data types, and compound data types is nothing but list, tuple, set, fusion set, dictionary. Operators, they are really, it's very famous operators, so I don't need to actually say you, because it will be very small part, and we need to require more time for focusing on other stuff. So I just showed you I just showed and explained you, and this I didn't do that. So arithmetic operator, comparison logical operator, assignment operator. If you want, I can give you the code. I will give you the notes separately, and these are nothing but the things, or you can say tools for your data to be extracted. Okay, list data type. What is this data type? One is important data type is inbuilt function of which list. This can only be argument. Whatever the argument will be giving to this built-in function, it will give output in a list data format. There are two type of indexing method. One is a positive indexing method, another is a negative indexing method. And positive index will start with 0, and negative it is start from -1. Okay, so if in negative it would have start with 0 it's itself, So it had been more confusing that which way we are using. So that's the reason they started negative index from -1 instead of 0. Okay, so tuple data type inbuilt function, which is a tuple. Whenever we are using character, we should use this two types thing. This is also for string types for data types. As the creation of the tuple is as list, indexing is also same. Some other things which is same as for list, but there is still a real big change is that some upper one list is mutable and this one is non-mutable, and we can add the data within the data itself. Okay, and there is one more part which is sets and frozen sets. Sets is unordered collection of unique elements. It is enclosed with a sets of objects are mutable. Advantages: duplicates are not allowed. Inertial order is not preserved, but we can sort the elements. Indexing the slicing not allowed for the sets. Heterogeneous elements are allowed. In frozen set, it is an immutable and new element can be added after it's defined. We can't use any of the mutations or operators. So basically, set is a normal set, and the frozen set is a something which is immutable set. Yeah, where the sets are a bit mutable, and but frozen sets are immutable. So here comes very important form of storing data is nothing but Python dictionary. Python dictionaries are most advanced and powerful data collection. It has unordered data collections of items having keys, value pairs, advantages. Duplicate keys are not allowed. Dictionary is accessed using keys, slicing nested using nested keys. Dictionaries are dynamic and mutable. Functions in Python. We will see now how this actually Python has the greatest content. Nothing but a function. A function in a Python is reusable and a modular code to perform a set of specific actions. There are two types of functions: built-in functions, user-defined functions. So what are those built-in functions? Okay, I just took a break. I was continuing speaking for half an hour. So using a def function is create a function in Python. Def function functions and parameters. Docstring statement. Docstring in Python. A docstring is a string literal that occurs as the first statement in a module. Function, class, or method of definition, such a docstring becomes the doc. Special features attribute of object. Argument, the type an important type of argument after the docstring. Some of the formal and actual argument, default argument, keyword argument, positional argument, arbitrary argument. Hmm? And we see what is formal argument, which also saw a keyword argument with an example, positional and default argument with an example as well. Class objects, class and objects. Class is a Python object with a several characteristic. We can call a class as it were a function, and this is called return and new instance of the class. Class has an arbitrary named attributes that can be found and unbounded for reference. Okay, this is our important topic which we required for and there is a simple class definition. This is a syntax: class name statement to n numbers of statement you can provide within a class. Low limit for that. An attribute difference. An attribute is an object is denoted by the reference to an object followed by the period and the followed identifier called the attribute name. Inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. First we need to see the inheritance. There is one parent code and one is a child code. Parent code is a main code and child code is derived code. Without supporting inheritance, the object oriented is not worth for implements. Applications becomes it's enable us to enable us to use the members attributes and methods for a class into another. Syntax: class derived, name class, base class name, statement one from one. Polymorphism: the word polymorphism is a Greek word where the poly means many and the morphism means forms. Polymorphism and the ability of defining multiple logic to perform the same operation. Python is implicitly polymorphic. Okay, method overriding is very important. And encapsulation, in order in object orientation programming, we can restrict access to a method variable. This can prevent the data from being modified accidentally and is known as encapsulation. So this is a part where we actually deal with a different type of from variable to Python ending. And object orientation of Python is a very big platform for Python as well. Okay, so this was the revision lecture for the Python, where you can where I just thought you, or you can say I just revised all the points where I came till now. We will be saving this video for the future use for you, and you can comment on any video. You can comment on this video specifically that if you want to learn more or more deeper or with a more greater expertise, or learn to a greater extent about the Python or any other topic you want, you can contact to our you can just drop the comment that whatever you want, whatever your requirements, whatever the question you have, we will contact you as soon as possible, and we will provide you to all the information that you require. So this is basically for your benefit to understand what you want. So this lectures of Python I try to end today. Okay, so thank you so much for listening me so patiently and supporting me till now in this Python lecture, where I make you learn or make I understand for this. Hope you I bring you a constant, or you can say a constant number of video lectures whichever you provide. This lecture or this you can say this channel will provide you all number of techniques from starting from a scratch to an advanced level, so you can help them or help yourself also for making a very great platform on the technology as well. Don't need to worry, we still have contacts, we still are working from home as well, but we are providing a great number of service. Okay, thank you so much. I will end my lecture over here.